Hey everybody, Scott Steen with the Winners and Whiners, host of Bank the Bed podcast, coming to you right here on the YouTube. We're going to talk about our Fab Five for college football here today. 5 picks, ripping through them rapid fire style. I'll give you a couple lines about why I like them, and we'll move on to the next game. We were 3-2 last week with our 2 losses coming by a total of 4 points. 4 points was all that separated us from going the perfect 5-0 in our very first Fab Five. So we're going to try to at least duplicate that again this week, if not do a little bit better. But honestly, between you and I think you guys know this is true, if we could pick them at 60% all year long, we'd all be happy and we'd all be rich. So let's get going with the very first game, shall we? Heading to the Big Ten. This is Michigan State at Nebraska. This is a classic game between one team with a bad offense and a good defense against the other team that has a good offense and a bad defense. The first team is Michigan State, of course, having a lot of trouble on offense. Very, very good defense. On the other hand, you've got Nebraska with their good offense. They're kind of figuring things out. But the defense, the vaunted black shirts, not so much. Not so much. However, I think this is a letdown spot for Michigan State after getting losing the big revenge game versus the Ohio State University last weekend. They lost Felton Davis, their number 1 wide receiver, a couple weeks ago. And last week, they lost their number 1 running back in L.J. Scott. Add to that a quarterback controversy that's kind of simmering and going to kind of threaten to overtake the Michigan State Spartans there this year. I like Nebraska in this spot. I like the home team. I like the 2 points. Give me those Huskers. I think Scott Frost has them heading in the right direction. Give me those Huskers plus the 2 points up there in Lincoln, Nebraska. All right, the next one is another potential look-ahead spot for the team. This is KU taking on Oklahoma. KU getting 36.5 down there in Sooner Nation. Like I said, man, this is, of all my games, this is the classic look-ahead spot right here, as Oklahoma is taking a look at West Virginia next week. Of course, they'll tell you they're doing nothing but focusing on KU, blah, blah, blah. Don't believe it. Plus, KU actually playing some decent ball, had a shot of winning that game at K-State last week, so they would not have been the worst team in Kansas. Alas, it did not happen. However, I like them getting the points here. Everybody on KU is auditioning for their job. I'm sure that new coach, I'm sure that rumored new coach Les Miles will be watching this game as well. I think that the Jayhawks get up. I think excitement for football in Lawrence is growing. Wow. I can't believe I just said that. Take the KU, take the Jayhawks right here, plus 36.5 points against Oklahoma. All right, so you can tell by wearing I got my purple sweatshirt on. This is going to be a homer alert. Homer alert, homer alert. Texas Tech is traveling to Manhattan to take on the vaunted K-State Wildcats. Yikes, what a lost season for K-State this has been. They're 4-6 right now. They're 2 games away from bowl eligibility. And I think they're going to put their foot on the gas right here. Texas Tech is a 6.5 point favorite, and I like K-State in this spot. I think they suck it up. Bill Snyder is most likely this is going to be his last game coaching at K-State. I think they want to send him out with a victory at the stadium, which is called what? Bill Snyder Family Stadium. I think Wildcat Nation steps up, gets the job done here. Take those Wildcats and get yourself 6.5 points. All right, very nice. By the way, I'm going to be at this game, and this will be like this sweatshirt here. That's layer number 1. It is going to be ugly. It's going to be 35 degrees with a wind, possible snow flurries. Not good. This boy is going to be freezing. All right. So yeah, think about me when you're watching K-State cover this one. All right, next one we're heading to the American Conference as Tulane heads down to Houston to take on the Houston Cougars. Houston having a very nice season. Per usual, they're looking again to clinch the American Conference West. Houston, again, they are an offensive juggernaut, man. You've gotten used to it. They know how to run the ball. They average 7.1 yards a play. The other thing they do really well is they shut down the run, giving up just 3.9 yards per rush. That spells bad news for Tulane, who runs the ball 2/3 of the time. All right. I don't think they can move the ball against the Cougs. I like Houston at home, clinching that spot in the championship game. Houston -10. Houston, we have no problems. All right, and the last game on the sheet today, it's Tin Horn Saturday, is what they call the SEC. These spots, half the SEC teams are playing FCS teams. It's called Tin Horn Saturday, and there's actually some value. There's going to be some bad football games going on, and if you want to know why they call it Tin Horn Saturday, it comes down from a quote from Lou Saban about Georgia Southern a couple 3 years ago. Take a look at it. It's a funny quote. It's kind of a funny story. Tin Horn Saturday. Anyway, the Citadel visits the Roll Tide down there in Birmingham. The Citadel is a 51-point underdog in this game. You know, I'll tell you what, Saban, he swears that he's not going to sit any starters. He swears that everybody's going to play. I think he's lying. I don't see how that's possible. He's got two quarterbacks. His top two quarterbacks are incredibly banged up. I think the third and fourth stringers get into this game early. I don't think the Citadel can score. Don't get me wrong. They run the triple option. They don't throw the ball. They've only passed 101 times this year in all of their games, but they can run the ball. They can shorten the game and stretch that clock out. I like the under 61.5. I know that Alabama has covered the first half in every single game. The number here is 27-31, most likely, depending on your book. I don't love it. I wouldn't be mad at you if you played the first half. It's generally been a pretty good bet. The play I like better here is the under 61.5. I don't think the Citadel scores any more than 7 points. I would be extremely surprised if they got to double digits in points. And I think Saban gets the third teamers, the fourth teamers in there pretty early. They need to stay healthy. They've got a mission, and the Citadel ain't on that list. I think they win, but I think that total stays under the 61.5. All right, guys, there we go. It's the Fab Five for this college football Saturday. As always, let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know if you like them, if you hate them, if you got something else that you're going to play. And yeah, it's always great to see you guys commenting. Like the page, subscribe, like the videos, subscribe to our page, all that stuff. Check us out on social media. You know the drill. Twitter, Facebook, all of it over here at Winners and Winers. Check out my podcast every day, and we do it. It's a little thing we like to call Bang the Bet. All right. So until next time, hey man, we got 5 good plays out there today. Go ahead and get your bets down. Kick back, enjoy a Saturday full of football, and at the end of the day, you and I, we can head back to the window. You guys take care.